was probably sometime when I got to college, maybe even earlier than that, maybe late high school, when I developed this habit of mostly sleeping by average sleep cycles. Anyone in the know knows that an average sleep cycle is about an hour and 30 minutes or 90 minutes. And so one of my goals was to kind of shave off any extra time, make sure that I didn't, break sleep cycles, and make sure that I didn't go into sleep cycles that I wasn't committed on finishing. And so this mostly left me at about 6 hours or so, which is 4 sleep cycles in total. Now, it's been a few decades. Let's say just a few decades since college, and of course I've gotten older, I've gotten more weary, I'm far less disciplined about things, and there will be days when I do plan to, for lack of a better term, sleep more than normally, mostly over my weekends and things like that. But it's been, again, several decades, and I cannot break the cycle of the 6-hour sleep night, even when I want to, even when I need it. And maybe that's a curse and a blessing. Hello and welcome to the Ales and Tales stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no-throne cicerone. And welcome back to the stream, folks. It is Friday, so happy Friday, one and all. Here's hoping that most of you out there watching are, number one, watching during your work breaks. Unless today is off, then, keep watching. But here's hoping that everyone who is watching on their work breaks is happily rounding out the week in one piece. Here's hoping that any problems that you have left over for this afternoon can be resolved by the you of Monday. And we pity the Monday you, of course. So thank you to everyone that joined me yesterday as I was streaming in the retro Rathskeller corner of the stream. We were playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and we made some really good progress. I was very happy with that. Today, of course, we're playing something completely different. No more of this retro stuff. We are playing in the Modern Speakeasy corner, where it is only modern games all the time. And we are playing today our ongoing campaign of Baldur's Gate 3, which is a game that was recommended to me by essentially everyone and their mother a few months ago. It's been a very fun game. It's an RPG with very much D&D mechanics, of which I'm a veteran of. At this point, I've got about 5-6 sessions in, I want to say. I'm still no good at it, but I'm having a really good time playing it. So that's what we'll be doing. But before we actually move on to discuss the ins and outs in Baldur's Gate 3, let me introduce our friend over here. Right over here. And see, as soon as I say anything about his introduction, Churro, he just leaves his bed, which is kind of obnoxious. But I'll rectify that, I promise. So yeah, that is my trusty friend Churro, who happens to walk all the way over here. I'm not gonna pick him up because he essentially leaps fur everywhere, including my lap and the keyboard, and that is no good, my friends. So before we go into any more madness, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap today, because we do love to talk about our friendly, crafty drinks. This is something that we may have had before. I don't actually recall, but it is from our friends at Blue Oak Brewing in San Carlos, California. This is Deep Tropicalia. And you gotta love this particular can artwork. Of course, it's got a sunset, but it's got warm colors, mostly warm colors with some greens, a red sun, just like the sun in Solaris from Star Fox 64. I'm sure that's where that reference came from. And yeah, kind of just gentle waves. The waves themselves are the same color as the palm trees. I kind of love it. Blue Oak definitely has some very decent can artwork. And so this is a sour ale brewed with mango and pineapple. Now you might be wondering to yourself, well, ales, I don't like sour stuff. Why are you advertising and obviously getting paid to say these things. Why would anybody drink a sour beer? And to that I say, this is not a new thing, my friend. Take a seat. Let me take you on a wild ride. A sour ale is an ale that predominantly puts forward sour tasting notes, and this is not again anything new. In fact, you could say that beers, you could classify them in 3 buckets. You've got your bitter beers, which are hop forward, things like pilsners and IPAs. You've got things that are more sweet and sugary, and these are your more stouts, your porters, your red ales, generally very much sugar forward. And then you've got your sour beers, which are kind of an interesting, rather than the malts, rather than the hops, what you're actually working with is the creatures that ferment your beer. Generally speaking, we're talking about the yeast known as Brettanomyces, which is otherwise known as Brett. And what this naturally occurring yeast does is it'll seed itself into your beer, and it'll create nice, delicious souring compounds that will give your beer this particularly wild, almost tropical taste to them. This was the way that it was done back in Belgium in the old days, when they used to leave their beer jars out in the open. The beers would get naturally seeded, and of course you would get this delicious sour beer at the end of that. And I have tasted similar preparations like that in the past. Now, of course, if you were to leave a beer vat out here, out on the street, you'd probably get a lot of crap in it, and which is why craft brewers got crafty, and they decided to tame a different beast. They decided to tame Lactobacillus bacteria. Now, you might know Lactobacillus as the bacteria that does you the favor of making your milk sour, but not only that, it also makes your yogurt. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that way. And so this souring process, which gives you a slightly different taste, is known as kettle souring. There's traditional souring, and then there's kettle souring. Now, in my preference, I mostly enjoy traditional sour beers, mostly coming from Belgium and the like. But you know what? Lots of American craft brewers have been able to adapt that particular style by having specific strains of Brett, and they've also adopted kettle souring. And again, not necessarily my favorite in terms of souring, but I do feel like they are making very strong, headway into that particular style, and I do find that there's lots of great kettle sour beers out there. But that is enough of what I think about what a sour beer is like. Let's go ahead and actually see what Untapped has to say on the matter. Untapped, of course, the ultimate soothsayer of beers. Okay, so Deep Tropicalia by Blue Oak Brewing. It's a decent 8.3% alcohol by volume, of course. Heavy, juicy sour ale brewed with Alfonso mangoes and fresh Hawaiian pineapple. And you know what? I don't swear by many fruits, but I do swear by Alfonso mango. So thank you very much, Blue Oak. This is going to be a feast for thine mouths. Let's actually go back. So let's stop being silly for a second. Let's stop being silly, and let's actually try this thing out, shall we? And since I knew that I was going to drink this today, I decided to bring my Blue Oak tulip glass, which I did buy at the store. It's one of my nicer glasses, and it is also a very sturdy tulip glass. It's actually a little bit thicker. Generally, when you have a tulip glass, they're a little bit thinner on the walls, and so one of the things that I generally take care of is not to put them in the dishwasher. But these ones are actually quite dishwasher safe, I find, until they break. Okay. And I can already sense the smell of mango on my nose. Very excited about this, folks. You can't even tell. You can't even tell. So as you can tell, this beer is relatively translucent. You can't actually see through it. Dare I say opaque in terms of a nose. Very strong mango nose. Like imagine if somebody just like opened a mango in your face and just like that burst of fleshy sweetness like burst into your nose. That's kind of what I'm smelling here. Some light pineapple notes as well. Some good sweetness. But yeah, quite the strong juicy nose there. Fanganale, or rather, Faminale. Some good souring notes. This is a thick beer. I want to say 4 out of 5 in terms of body composition. Very strong taste of mango. Mango flesh, of course, is really the name of the game here. The pineapple itself is actually tastes like young pineapple. It's a little less flavorful, but a little more also fleshy, kind of like the mango. No real strong notes of hops, I want to say, or maybe I need to attune my palate to it. But yeah, I do sense that the biggest flavors here come from both the sweetness of the mangoes and kind of just the souring agents of the beer itself, which, to be perfectly honest with you, there can be a number of sour beers that are, even though they might have good fruit flavor with them, a lot of the time because they're so sour, they're really not enjoyable. But this is actually quite moderate, quite subdued. It's balanced. The sourness is there, but it is nothing that would, set you off and suggest to you that this is unpleasant. So yeah, quite delicious. I love Deep Tropicalia, and it's probably one of the few sour beers that both my partner and I can agree on. Let me go ahead and check this one in. This is a solid 4, folks. A solid 4. Take that. A 4 out of 5. And cheers to you. But that is enough of our beers here. Let's actually go ahead and talk about what have I been watching as of late. And of course on Fridays what I really like to talk about is anime. And I have been watching some good anime recently. With my partner, I'm currently watching Delicious in Dungeon. Let me go over here once again. So Delicious in Dungeon, of course, is the story of this party of adventurers as they make their way down a dungeon, and they are attempting to save the sister of one of the party members who has been eaten by a dragon. They're assuming that it's gonna take a while before she gets digested, and so they're actually making their way down the dungeon with the hopes of slaying the dragon and saving the sister. But of course, they've got no funds, and one of the things that they need to do is they need to eat the monsters in order to actually make it down the dungeon, which is surprisingly huge. It's actually very expansive down there. There's like towns and communities and things like there's like forests in this dungeon apparently. So it's quite massive. So they keep eating all of these random monsters that they find. The last episode that I saw was episode 6, Court Cuisine / Boiled in Water. And there's two halves to this episode. In one half of the episode, we have Laios. He decides to go inside a painting, and because he's so hungry and he sees like paintings that have food, and so he says, well, if I go inside a painting and I go inside that world and I bring some food out, maybe I can feed everybody. So he goes in, he tries to take the food out. First of all, he doesn't go to the right painting at first. He goes to like some weird paintings, but then he goes into a painting with food. He tries to bring it out. The food stays behind. He tries to go into a painting again. He eats food. He feels satiated, and then he comes out and he feels empty with an empty stomach once again. So it's kind of a no-win situation. The other thing that happens is that what's his name? What is it? Chilchuk? Yeah, the thief, the small thief. he faces off against a mimic treasure box. And so we all know those mimic treasure boxes in JRPGs where you go and you assume that it's a treasure chest, but actually there's a monster inside. And so the monster in this particular chest just happens to look exactly like a hermit crab, and of course it ends up getting cooked. So if you like your shellfish, this is probably an episode for you. Moving on, I've also been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Of course, Jujutsu Kaisen is the story of Yuji Tadori, who happens to eat one of the fingers of this ridiculous demon. What's his name? What is the King of Curses? Sukuna, yeah, that's his name. And so he eats one of the fingers, he becomes possessed by it, but at the same time, the demon can't really control him unless he lets him take control of him. All while this is happening, he enrolls in the school in order to become a sorcerer, in order to fight other curses, which are like ghosts, essentially. Curses are ghosts in this universe. And of course, they go into because it's a school, there's classmates, there's classes, there's teachers. You get all of this high school stuff in the middle of just like fighting off ghosts and things like that. Very, very Bleach-like vibes at times, I want to say. Now, I've seen up until episode 14, and I want to say that this is probably their tuning exam arc, because so they are in the Tokyo school, there's a Kyoto school, and they have to face off in this challenge where for a day they have to take down a set number of curses, but at the same time they are allowed to actually hinder each other's progress. And at the same time, the Kyoto school has been enlisted to kill Yuji Tadori because the higher-ups at Jujutsu Kaisen don't want him to live, because of course he is Sukuna's vessel. So as you can imagine, a small conflict of interest there. They want to kill them. They're all like students. It's kind of crazy. So I'm very much enjoying Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll see where that goes. I guess I'm slightly over halfway of the season, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see. Next, I have been watching. Oh, the newest show that I've started watching is Spice and Wolf. Now, Spice and Wolf is actually a remake of an anime that was a couple decades ago. I don't actually remember when the fact. I never actually saw the original Spice and Wolf, but it's based off of manga. Spice and Wolf: Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf is actually a more accurate retelling of that particular manga. Sorry, I'm trying to see if my internet connection got lost. I think we're okay. But so the story is that this wolf goddess, who used to protect this town's wheat harvest every single year, is no longer needed by the townspeople. And hold on a second, it looks like I fell off stream. Did I fall off stream? Is that? No, it looks like I'm back. Okay, we're at unstable. We are unstable, folks. I guess we'll keep going until the system itself actually tells me that it cannot go on any further. But yeah, Spice and Wolf. So the wolf goddess is no longer needed by the townspeople, and so the wolf goddess wants to travel north, which is where her hometown is, because she wants to go back to her hometown. She meets this merchant who is willing to help her travel north, and they kind of set off this budding friendship. He's trying to do his merchant duties, but she just happens to have the ability to help him detect whenever anybody is lying to him. Though she's not a complete lie detector. She can tell if people are fibbing, or if they have something else that is going on behind them. One of the interesting things that I noticed is just the idea that she starts talking about wolf culture, and she starts talking about the fact that wolves like to eat people because they want to eat their brain, because they want to get better like humans. But of course this repulses the merchant, and he tells her, you know, that's a horrible thing that you're saying, and he kind of just like gets very unhappy with her. You can kind of tell that maybe the merchant lost somebody to a pack of wolves or something like that. Apparently, wolf attacks are very common in this world. I don't know. I didn't used to live back then, or did I? So that is a Spice and Wolf. Very much enjoying it so far. I've only watched up until like episode 3 at this point, so we'll check back in on that next week. But I think that is it, really. I think that's all I've been watching. Let's go ahead and go back over here. Like I said, we are playing Baldur's Gate 3 today, so let me go ahead and go to the live section. As Travis Touchdown once said, it's game time. Okay, and let me go ahead and change stream info to Baldur. And I think it should have done it. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're fine. Before I actually do that though, let me go ahead and make Churro be a little more agreeable today. Let me, I got a trick up my sleeve. And so what you see in front of Churro's bed is actually this little treat dispenser thing that forces him to like play with his thing in order for him to actually get to the treat. So Churro is not the smartest of boys. He's okay, but it's gonna take him a while for him to get all the treats. So he's gonna stay in camera, I promise. By the way, ad starting in about 2-3 minutes, I think. 2-3 minutes. So just you wait. Let me get my controller over here. Because of course, I am the most prepared individual in the world. We are playing on the PlayStation 5 over here. And if I recall correctly, I was in the middle of a fight. And I gotta tell you, I hate leaving the game in the middle of a fight simply because it doesn't let me like do my downtime stuff in between streams. It forces me to just keep going. But yeah, to your health. Githyanki nights. Are they better than Githyanki days? Okay, so we are starting battle. If I recall correctly, what happened here is that we were walking down the path, we met some people, and then we suddenly decided to tell them, oh, I think we have the same condition, we have some tadpoles in our brains. Because that's what you tell traveling people. We have tadpoles, and suddenly we got engaged in battle. So, you know what? Maybe it's just a thing where people don't understand. Maybe they're just like, hey, maybe we don't like frogs. We don't like amphibians. Okay, so who am I? Whose turn is it? I think it is Wyll. Okay, let me remember how to play this game. Can I actually move anywhere? Unfortunately, Tamias is by himself down there, which is why I need to make some space. Can I actually go around? I feel like if I take more than one move at a time, I might be able to... See, as long as Shadowheart is here, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can actually change? Maybe if I physically choose her.
What's the plan?
She also can't. How did I reach that? How did they are not able to reach that? I'm sure I can just jump, right? And I will be prone. I don't want to be prone. Path is interrupted. I'm so confused as to how Tamaya's made it over there. And yet, everyone else is just at a disadvantage. Let's, we're gonna have to just take the hit. Because, I really don't want to leave Tamaya's just by himself. What? Entangled? Okay. Not enough resources, bonus action, and movement speed. But at the very least, I can probably cast a spell, right? Main hand attack. Blessing of the Trickster. Grant another creature advantage on stealth checks. Firebolt. And so 12% chance, disadvantage, high defense. And I am entangled. So maybe it's not even worth it. Guiding Bolt. Next attack roll against this target has advantage. And that seems like a daily. I think that's a daily. Mirror image. Each duplicate increases your armor class by 3. That might be the way to go, actually. Maybe have a couple more people while I disentangle myself. Concussive Smash. Resistance. Guidance. Target 1d4 to ability checks. Sacred Flame. What about this guy? It seems like as long as I... Well, 84%. That's actually not bad. 60. Let's go with 84% actually, because we are daring that way. Nice. And how much more can I actually move? Seems like I can't move. I'm gonna end my turn. And let me go back to Wyll.
No holding back.
Okay. So we're gonna have to jump as well, unfortunately. Maybe I can jump into a location that doesn't have vines. I guess we have no further movement. Maybe that's why that's no longer available. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Strength affects how far you can jump. Maybe it's just my strength that doesn't allow it. Maybe I can cast spells from all the way over here then. Ray of Enfeeblement, weaken a foe. Ooh, the Witch's Bolt. This is actually really good, I found, from that last fight. Look at that. 85. What? What? Ah, oh, that is so bad. Okay, fine. I guess that was not enough of not enough resources. I do have a bonus action left. Let me see what else I can do. Flourish. Possibly throw your enemy off balance. Dip. Dip a weapon. No, I don't have any of that. I think we're fine. We're gonna just end turn here. How do I end turn? Oh, right. Triangle.
This is worth the cost.
Very well. Let's get this guy. 35%. He has a high defense. Maybe let's move over here. Why am I using this weapon? Why, I tell ya. Combat log. It's gonna take an action for me to actually change to my mace. And you know what, folks? That is very apt time that I could have just used. But I do have it equipped. I'm wondering why I can't actually use it. Maybe if my actions... Divine Sense, Healing Radiance. I might just burn these guys. I don't use Fire Breath enough. You know what? Let's point this way so that we don't get the guy on the floor. There we go. I guess I did get the guy on the floor regardless. I don't want a ranged attack, dude. Maybe I can use a bonus action to change my weapon? Is that a thing? Oh, I'm unstable again. That's... I wonder what's wrong with my... connection today. Jeez. So this just allows you to choose different weapons. I'm pretty sure that I've got it. I don't need to do anything else. Let's see, in terms of a bonus action, Divine Sense, Healing Radiance, Compel Duel. Let's go with who is stronger here. Well, either of them actually. Would be fine. This does look like a daily though. It's a level 1 spell slot. Divine Favor. Maybe I'm just gonna shove him. What about that? I'm gonna shove you. That can't be good for business. Okay. Trying to see if I'm even live anymore. Yeah, it looks like I'm back. Just not really the best showing today. Okay, but that is it in terms of... Maybe I'll move over here. Okay, and I think we end it right there. Can I jump? Let me walk. And then let me try to jump from here. And of course, unfortunately, my session cut off at some point. Apologize for that. It looks like I can do it without taking damage. But of course I am entangled because that is what happens. Magic Missile. Why can't I? Okay. Here we go. 100%. You're going down, lady. Got her. Okay. And I think I can probably safely end my turn at this point. And I don't have any actions on Shadowheart at this point. What are you even doing, dude? Okay. Can Wyll actually come down now? Okay, looks like my connection is back to being excellent, whatever that means. Three hit points and prone. 1 hit point and prone. Let's go with that. Okay, and maybe just like a melee attack, I guess. Of course that didn't do anything. We're ending your turn, Will.
But to keep going.
Let's go all the way, all the 9 meters. Let me see if I can just use my melee attack. I don't want a ranged attack. Why is it? Target is too close. Divine Smite. Main hand attack. This guy is surprisingly limber for like being a half dead and surrounded by 4 people. But maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe I'm assuming too much. Okay, I'm gonna shove you again. There you go. And I don't have any more movement, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn.
Tale for the ages.
Double movement cost because of the vines. Not enough movement. Maybe let's go to Shadowheart first.
Talk to me.
Okay. Maybe what I want to do is make her go with some ranged attack or something like that. Main hand attack. Charm person. Firebolt. Firebolt might be good. Sacred Flame though. Can you... 84%. Got him. Boom. And we've got an ad coming in about 2 minutes. What is happening here?
Have you wondered what people will say, Will? When
Sorry,
they
I'm
find
checking
out
out
the
my
monster hunters
output
become
and I
the
keep
monster?
dropping, which is not really what I want to
faced
be.
countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always
Okay.
had a soft spot for the confident ones.
Well, we're all
They
really
always disappoint there.
not doing great. And we can take Brinna's armor.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves.
What
Why
is-
let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
I don't really feel like I should be influenced by the tadpole, nor do I think that I need this guy's memories. Let's do a wisdom check here. It's relatively difficult considering that it's a 12. We'll see how well we do. Oh, come on. Can I reroll?
No use. Compulsion takes over.
I should have checked if I had any bonuses. Sorry, I'm failing to react to everything simply
As
because
soon as they need to.
my stream keeps dropping. I need to check this for a minute. Give me a second here.
All the more reason to rid ourselves of our own uninvited guests.
So frustrating. Let's see if this thing is doing its job.
You're an impressive fighter, Gale. You should consider a new name.
I take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or how about the Master of the Weave?
Okay, it looks like I might be back.
Tempting. But I think we might already
But I
have the
feel like if
maximum
this
number of
continues, I might
theatrical
just have to reset my entire internet connection. I don't know exactly what the story is here, but needless to say, it is fairly aggravating. Give me just a minute here to just let my stream output actually catch up. And I guess while we're doing boring things here, let's go ahead and suggest that while this is a drinks-friendly stream, I highly advise that you stay hydrated. It is a dry world out there, folks, and you need your water, not just when you're drinking, because you obviously need it when you're drinking, to rinse your palate, to stay hydrated, but also to live. So please drink up. And I'm right at the point where I'm probably just gonna go ahead and stop stream and reset my internet connection. So, for anybody that is still able to watch, please give me at the very least 5 minutes or so. Oh no. It looks okay. It looks unstable. Okay, let's say that if it cuts again, then that's when we will reset it. So we just defeated these guys, and unfortunately, we let the Tadpole take over, which is not really what we wanted, but it doesn't seem like we had a choice. That's unfortunate. I should have really checked to see whether or not I had any bonuses to add to that roll, because I already knew that it was going to be a difficult roll. Such is life, such is life. So in terms of our objective though, I think we're supposed to go all the way over over here. This is where we're supposed to actually go. To meet the Blade of Frontiers, cut down Karlach, and then return to Zevlor. I think that's what we were supposed to be doing. I'm almost thinking that we probably should take a rest just because we had a fight, and you know what? Why not? Fast travel camp. So we're back at the campsite. This is the ideal location where I would generally want to leave my party, leave my gaming session. But I find that sometimes that's just not the case. Let's talk to our friend Shadowheart first.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Okay. Well, that's a nice thing to say. It's funny that as soon as I threatened to restart my internet, the stream decided to behave.
How can I help?
I don't have any magic artifacts, Gale.
Well met.
I think the current adventure party that we have is probably decent enough.
Speak.
No, I think we're good for now. And Asterion, of course.
You're staring at me again. What do you want?
I think you can stay right where you are, Asterion. You have enough camp supplies to restore all hit points and spell points if you take a long rest. I can't imagine anybody has anything else to say at this point. Generally, I think if people want to say something, they'll actually have the little bubbles on them.
Speak.
Okay, I think we're good. And of course, for these sorts of situations, we can just use one of these gigantic packs. And fortunately, the game saves whenever you go for a long rest. Fast travel. Leave camp.
I saw you training those children. You were so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
I think she's talking to Wyll.
Strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadowheart.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
You came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
Let's go over here, which is what we were spying all the way from that top. Okay, and of course this is where we came from. A fork on the road. Really, what we have to get to is over here. I don't know what's over here to the west, but it almost seems like a town bridge or something like that. Oh, this guy also had some stuff. I should really look at what my available items are, and equip my party members with things, but I haven't felt a need to. And that's deep water. So can I actually go through there? I think the safer idea might actually be to go not in the water. This feels like the good place for an ambush. Oh, mud. I feel like my feet look like they're on fire, but it's actually just mud. What is this? Whoa, what the...
An empty mind flare vessel. If its occupant survived, then nowhere to be seen.
I wonder if it's the pod that the people that we just fought were using.
An empty mind flare vessel. If its occupant survived, then nowhere to be seen.
Pick up. Some sublimate of belladonna. It looks like this path ends right here.
So, Will, what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
Ah, it was a great scrap. A hungry minotaur with a hankering for human flesh.
Looks like we're gonna have to take the river.
Mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Sorry about that, folks. I do have one mean cough that's built into me. But it does look like we were able to cross the river without too much of a surprise here. There's a cave over there. Looks a bit menacing.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
How about we don't go to whatever the owlbear is? These is like pancakes. Oh, good. I'm surprised we're not getting stung by bees.
So, Will with a Y. Why?
What a weird question.
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle to name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell. Well,
No, I didn't mean to talk. Let us not talk, Will, with a Y. Bucket o' fish. I sure do love my seafood. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get accused of stealing this stuff later down the road. It just happens. Can I actually go in the water and move that way? I feel like given that this is a stream, it might not actually allow me to do so. Open the berry bush as if it was a treasure chest of some sort. Ah, I can't believe I failed that check. Just a random wolf. Or is that a dog? Let's commune with the animal first. I have a way with dogs, right? Okay, a 10 roll, not necessarily anything difficult. Guidance. Do me a favor here. Shadowheart. Ah, I would have won it anyways. Oh, and it seems like the frames are dropping yet again. Success.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse.
I'm starting to wonder if my internet is simply deciding to go away whenever I go into a cutscene. Okay, it looks like it's back for now. Take a closer look at him, shake your head. The man is gone. Let me take a closer look at him. His collar looks unusual.
Around his neck is a collar etched with a name. Scratch.
Let me go ahead and pet him. I can't talk to dogs.
The dog whimpers nervously, as if to urge you on.
Come on, Scratch, follow me.
The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move.
Okay, maybe let me just make him so that he goes to camp. If he wants.
The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding. He knows how to find you.
Okay, so does that mean that I just got a doggy? Some letters. Can I actually read it? Written in irregular scrawl, this letter offers an olive branch. But it doesn't really tell me what the writing is. Why would it have resistance to radiant? Excited looping letters fill this message of hope and love. Personal note. A tight professional memo written with care. Just take everything. Okay. Well, unfortunately, this guy is dead. Let's continue to try to reach our goal here. I don't know how we're supposed to make it over there with like all this water around us. And welcome new follower. We have anonymous follows on, so feel free to introduce yourself or feel free to lurk. Or just feel free to be a free person. What are these pancakes for? Rocky crevice.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
I wasn't asking you. Well, you know, one thing I completely forgot. I forgot to post the question of the night. Because we have questions of the night here. And that is, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? Now, I generally don't have ice cream, but when I do, I look for a couple of things. If I'm looking for just like a standard, straightforward flavor, I'll go for coffee, because I do enjoy coffee. And if I'm going for something a little bit fancier, like if I'm going to Cold Stone or one of these locations, then I will have the whatever the birthday cake remix option is. I kind of just like the notion of eating cake and eating ice cream, kind of like an ice cream cake. And also back when I used to live in the homeland, I used to also enjoy a lot of what's it called? Egg fruit ice cream. It's a very unique taste. I love it. It's kind of orange. Look for eggplant if you're ever in South America. But yeah, let me know if that is something that strikes your fancy. How am I supposed to read? Should I just climb rocks? Maybe that's what I need to do here. Maybe here? It looks like a path, almost. Let's see. Movement things. Maybe jump. Too high. Not enough space. You know, there's ground over there. Maybe I should be aiming towards that, in that direction. Sorry about that, boy. So maybe if I jump from rock to rock, this might actually be a more feasible plan. Can you just let me move? I feel like sometimes my control stick just gets very slow for some reason. Okay, now can I actually jump? Toward the next spot. Looks perfectly doable. Cool. Okay. The Risen Road. So all we really needed was a bit of platforming there. Just a second here, folks. Okay. We're so close to our destination. I can almost taste it. I'm not gonna do that thing with the tongue, though. Not today. I think everyone made it across, right? Oh, guys, come. Guys. Tell me that the only agile person here is Shadowheart.
Blade at the ready.
You guys are chumps. Okay, so everyone makes it here, and now let me get Wyll. Sorry, Gale.
Quite ready for you.
Wow, this jump is quite tiny. Okay, we all made it across. Good. Isn't this where we were before, though? Seems like it. Oh, hello, Retro Jenny. Good to see you. How are you doing this happiest of Fridays? Thank you for popping in after we had all of these technical issues. And sorry if you caught wind of those. But before I do that, let me go ahead and give you a shout out. Now, everyone watching out there, and I know that it is less than a handful of you, but that's okay. Please stop what you're doing, stop watching this stream, and go follow Retro Jenny, who is one of the coolest retro streamers I know. I believe you recently finished Earthbound, and most recently you were playing... I was just there last night. Why can't I remember? Anyways, feel free to let us know what you were playing. I'm sure I dropped out like at the hour mark or something like that. But yeah, please give her a follow. She's a really cool individual. Also has just like a very active and fun community. So yeah, please do that. Certainly time better spent than watching this stream, I'll tell you that. Last night feels like a blur. I did some Earthworm Jim and DK. Okay, there you go. I knew that I was watching you play DKC3, and I was actually very interested to see. I could clearly tell that you were farther ahead than I was, because I've also like started playing it, and I'm in like the second map, and I kind of just wanted to get a glimpse of what's ahead. But yeah, here's hoping that you're enjoying that. Thank you for the SO, kind words. Yeah, of course, anytime. Lol, I didn't see the tech issues. Yeah, those are definitely pesky. This stream rocks, always a good timing. Here's hoping, and very much appreciated. To your health. Now, I don't know necessarily if you are a drinker of beers, Jenny, but I do like my sour beers, I'll say that. Alright, let's go back to taking Timaeus,
No time to rest.
our fearless leader. Okay. Well, very cool. I think we're actually going to be able to find our way here, which is something that I haven't been able to say for a long time. And of course the map just decided to make a twisty turn here. I feel like if we keep just going this way, we might be able to make it to our path. And
Might be worth a look.
wait a second. Just in case anybody is interested, we've got an ad coming in about a minute, so run while you still can. A flat rock. What is the point of this? Ooh, what is this? A bloodstone. Well, that's the end of that, I suppose. Let's see, I do like beer. I tried this one blueberry sour beer, but forgot the name. It was good though. Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I find that I think by large majority of people don't care for sour beers, and I do think it is because a lot of the times they are inhumanly sour. I like my traditional sours, but I do find that craft breweries are actually doing really good stuff with like fruited beers. And just yesterday I was having a delicious peach ale, peach wheat beer with sour qualities. Really enjoyed that one. I actually got it at Trader Joe's of all places. What is this, a skeleton?
It's been a while since these two breathed their last.
Potion of mind reading. And the longbow.
Harper and druid symbols on their equipment.
I like the fact that you just like randomly pick things up and then all of a sudden you have a new quest. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, we do love our peaches around here. Peach flavored beverages are so good. Yeah, I definitely agree. I should have more peach things. And the skeleton had a long sword, apparently a scale mail, and some gold. Beautiful. Or as Madonna used to say, beautiful stranger. Okay, so we can probably just climb this wall and I think we will be on our way. I feel like we're farther than where we started. We're supposed to... Ah! Okay. I love it. We went the exact opposite way. And you know what? We're gonna hold right here so that ads end. And right before we can move on to more story content here. Ad breaks end in about a second. Okay, welcome back everyone from ads. Here's hoping that you found some wonderful product on the other side of that pile of bones.
Well met.
I should really, whenever people just look at me, I should just go up to them and say, well met. Ooh, who is this?
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
It seems like you guys know each other.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Now that is a fiery red hair. I like that. You're the devil. I don't want to say that. I just met her. I don't want to. No. I don't want to say any of these things. I don't want to fight. I don't want to call her a monster. I guess this is the least offensive way to actually say anything to her.
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The blood war.
Yeah, it seems like they're familiar. They might have met at some point.
This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She's a victim of the blood war, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
Look, the voice in the story told me that she's a victim, not an agent.
I never
Will.
wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced
With an
to
eye.
fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Near it anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn.
Okay, can we just cool our jets here? just okay, let's stand down, Will. You saw what I saw.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
I'm going to assume that he also saw her thoughts. You saw her thoughts. She poses no danger to the Sword Coast.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes.
Look
You see, I'm
into
not what
both
you
of
think.
our eyes at the same time.
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach. You already knew that. And you are...
Call me Tamias, but people like to call me Tim for short.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good.
I can
Turns
tell
out
just by the way
I've got a
you
knack
said
for
really
killing
good.
demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to use
Language,
their
lady,
assets.
language.
Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Well, I don't really want to start a fight against a band called the Paladins of Tyr. They sound very Palladian, like Palladian nights. Let's ask for more information here. So you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
Well, I guess if Shadowheart approves, I can't possibly say no, right? Okay. The graphics are really cool. The fire is really awesome. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the actual graphical effects all over this particular character. And you know, not that I am the greatest not that I'm the greatest character designer, but the character that I designed, my dragonborn over here, I really like the how the purple accents look on his gold skin. But I've said too much. Actually, have you played Baldur's Gate at all, Jenny? Yes, if you don't mind me asking. Okay, let's see. Well, Shadowheart said so. I don't want Karlach to leave. I also don't want to sound ornery. Let's just go. Let's go for right now and say let's do it, because from my moral compass, I'm supposed to be saying, you know what, I don't want her to like be besieged by these people.
Fuck yes.
Language.
They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
Okay, that's fine. Let's send Gale back. He seems like he needs a magical artifact here and there.
Keeping your greatest weapon in reserve, eh? An excellent strategy.
And I like your attitude. That's why I'm sending you back.
Let's go.
Alright, so Karlach is part of the party now, and it seems like she can level up. I kind of needed a DPS anyway, so this might be a good situation. And now that we have both Wyll and Karlach together, maybe they can work out some of their, like, you know, their strife, the conflict between them. That's exactly what I like to do at work. I like to bring people that hate each other and force them to do something together. And then, well, it rarely works out, but you get the idea. Let's see. I have not, but they look so cool. I've seen a few streamers play Baldur's Gate games. Yeah, honestly, I haven't played any of the, like, Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. But, it actually drew me in because, a lot of people were playing it, like, a couple months ago. And, I have played D&D in the past, so it was a sort of thing where, like, maybe I could give it a shot sort of thing. What do you have to say, Wyll?
So, Wyll, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Hey, yeah, let's, can you stop it with the riddles here? So, what's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, Wyll.
Go on. We're listening.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for your throat.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted. And I'll face my penance.
That sounded ominous. Let's see. Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Come on, Wyll. Use the power of friendship. We'll get through this together. Alas, Karlach has to level up. Okay, and so Karlach actually happens to be a barbarian. Imagine that. Let's, wow, health increased by 9 points, danger sense, and reckless attack. You sense when things aren't as they should be. You have advantage on dexterity and reckless attack until your next turn. You have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. Interesting. Okay. And now we're a barbarian level 3, the best kind of barbarian. Let's continue. Health increased even more. Additional rage charge. You can now rage more times per long rest. Very cool. And we can actually speak with animals. Not bad. Okay. Okay, so your attunement with nature and its beast inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Not bad. Berserker. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood, as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. And so this is more like more attack focus, which might be the way to go here. As much as I dislike the idea of having a battle crazy type of person, I'm kind of trying to get these characters to be as one-dimensional as possible. I kind of just want them to not necessarily have too many fancy things. I kind of just want to focus on everyone's role here. And what's the last one? Wild magic. The wild influence of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. So this one is like more of a magician's type of... So, not wild magic. I'm torn between Wild Heart and Berserker. I'm gonna go with Berserker. Okay. So, weapon damage. Sure, that sounds good. Deal an extra 2 to 12 fire damage and set your target on fire. We do like fire here. Very cool. Okay. So... let me go ahead and switch back to Timaeus over here.
No one back home will ever believe this.
And in terms of going with our map, I think this was the next location. Save the refugees. Hunt the devil. Confront the paladins. Rescue the druid house. And this is what we should be doing over here. Investigate the temple ruins. Ask the goblin priestess for help. But this objective is so much more closer. Let's go get those paladins. Where is... right, are we facing forward? Up. Yeah. And actually, I might be very close to taking a break here because I need to take young Churro out for a quick potty break. I probably also need a potty break. And I kind of just need to stretch. So we're gonna leave things right here. Can you just use the ladder, please? It's like I'm talking to a child. Wow, there was a structure here all along. Okay. We're gonna leave them right. I'm sure they're gonna want to talk.
Keep that beast away from us, you hear? Me, the beast? Now that's fucking rich.
Well, there's no helping this language, is there? Yeah, Churro, he's over there. He's a little bit tired. It's funny. I don't know if you can actually see it, but there's like this. I got him this little treat toy that's right in front of his little cot over there, and it's supposed to like allow him to like get treats if he's smart enough to push the buttons in a particular pattern. And he was at it for like the first 30 minutes, but I think he gave up. So I probably need to show him how to work it. I mean, he's used it before, but anyways, I will be right back. 7-8 minutes or so. Hopeful to see everyone back at the other side, but if not, I perfectly understand that. We'll be back with more Baldur's Gate 3 after this break. and welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, mere man or Munich myth, the Wolf of Brussels. And welcome back to the stream, folks. We are in the middle of our Modern Speakeasy corner, where we play modern games, generally focusing on persistent campaigns, and today we are playing Baldur's Gate 3. This is our 6th session or so, and I think we're making some good progress here. We just picked up our newest friend in the band of friends where no conflict exists, Karlach, the tieffy. So, trying to find out a little bit more about her story. And of course, thank you for the welcome back, Retro Jenny. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, before we actually move back into the action though, let's go ahead and talk about what's next on tap, because that is kind of the thing that we do around here. So as you've heard me say in the past, I do like to showcase non-alcoholic beers here and there, simply because, you know what, non-alcoholic beers are actually doing quite good work these days, and you know, for what it's worth, sometimes you don't need the alcohol, sometimes you don't need the effects of alcohol intoxication, and sometimes you just have friends that don't necessarily enjoy alcohol. They're like, alcohol, not me. And I'm just like, right on, you do you, my friend. This is by something from our friends at Athletic Brewing. This is their Wave Hazy IPA. And as you can see, it's like this beautiful reddish, orange, golden can. It's got some hints of blue there. It's depicting this highway that's right next to like this cliff. I believe it's supposed to be the Pacific Highway, if I'm not mistaken. And so Athletic Brewing specifically only does non-alcoholic beers. And the one thing that I've discovered is that they actually do it well. Imagine that. It's very difficult to actually get good non-alcoholic beer. It looks pretty. Yeah, actually that's one of the things that brought my attention to it. I feel like I'm a sucker for nice can artwork. And when you see something like this, it's got just like these nice warm colors to it. I'm just like, well, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So this is a hazy IPA, and you might be wondering, well, Ales, what exactly is a hazy IPA? I've heard of IPAs, and they taste like pine sol. What is a hazy IPA exactly? And so a hazy IPA, it's a little bit different than that. It's not pine sol to begin. A hazy IPA actually takes the power of those hops. Generally, when you use hops, you use them in the boiling kettle. And what that makes those hops do is release alpha acids into the kettle, which actually makes the beer bitter. And the longer you are boiling them, the more bitter that beer will become. And I don't like them. I don't like bitter beers. But if you take those hops and instead you use some of them during the fermentation process, a process called dry hopping, what ends up happening is, rather than the hops giving that beer that bitterness, it'll actually give the beer notes of aroma and notes of flavor, and those are generally read as like citrus. They're read as tropical notes. They're actually quite delectable. What you end up getting is something that's a little bit closer to like delicious fruit juice, which is exactly what we have here. The other nice thing about hazy IPAs is that they are known as hazy because they are largely unfiltered, which means everything in the fermentation tank is largely what you end up in your glass. But those are my thoughts on what a hazy IPA is. Let's go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on the matter over here. Untapped, of course, the cerebro of beers. So, Wave Hazy IPA by Athletic Brewing Company, 0.5% alcohol by volume, which is 0.5 enough to suggest that it is not. Our Wave Hazy IPA is meant for the open road. Whether you're cruising the Pacific Coast Highway in a convertible, and we've all done that of course, or tracing up your way up the coast on your bike, our Wave doesn't cut corners. This mouth-watering IPA is loaded with Amarillo, Citra, and Mosaic hops. So, you know, it looks like I've had this a number of times here on stream. Let's actually see if it continues to live up to the legend. Okay, and today we got our nice Hoegaarden glass. I kind of just enjoy the shape of this particular glass over here. Yeah, like I was suggesting earlier, I do find that among American craft brewers, Athletic Brewing is actually kind of a cut above the rest. They actually do imitate beer flavors to the point that they actually taste just like beer, except of course you don't have that alcohol in them, which is something that I couldn't used to say about non-alcoholic beers a few years back. I'm proud of you guys. You're doing well. Everyone else, see me after class. So as you can see, it's not necessarily like the most translucent beer. You would generally expect the Hazy IPA to be a little bit thicker than this, but you can definitely not call it transparent. It looks lighter, it looks golden. It's got a fairly small head over here in terms of a nose. I want to say strong citrus. I want to say maybe some grapefruit is there. Yeah, grapefruit is mostly what I read there. It sounds good. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Famine Ale. And so really it's that young grapefruit that greets you. There's some good herbal notes there, certainly from all the hops that are in this particular brew. It is relatively light in terms of body composition, a 1.5 tops out of 5 in terms of body composition. It's got some bittering notes, but nothing that lasts, nothing that builds up. So every time you have a sip of this, it doesn't actually build up in terms of the earlier round that you had. Crisp, light bubbles. I want to say it doesn't necessarily have too many sugars in it. So if you're into more like Pilsners, this is probably something a little more approachable. And yeah, kind of just refreshing, kind of just light and refreshing. I like it. Again, if you were to tell me that this is just this conventional hazy IPA and withhold the information that it was non-alcoholic, I would probably pretend that I'm getting tipsy. So, Free Wave Hazy IPA gets a 3.25. Seems pretty decent. Seems like a good score for today. And cheers, we got it. Cheers, we got it. But that is enough beer talk. Let's go ahead and go back to our game, shall we? So we just made it to this town over here. It looks like a town anyways. We're in the Ryzen Road. We're hunting down Karlach's hunters. I don't know exactly what this place is. Cyrell. I think that's the person that we just passed, maybe? Maybe. Maybe not. Can I talk to the town mayor, maybe?
Killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
How do we even know that these are gnolls? You're encumbered. Your movement and rolls will be negatively impacted until you drop some items. So I guess we have too much junk on our... Let me go back to camp and maybe let me drop some stuff off. Can I actually just do that from here?
Paladins I need to stop are that away.
Yes, I know. I just need a minute. Can you just give me a minute, please? Oh, I'm moving so slowly. Okay, where's the chest? Take all. So, let's drop some stuff. Slave Mind. I don't even know what this thing does. Why do I have random skulls in my backpack? Spike bulb. Honestly, I like to loot stuff, but I wish the game would like tell me if stuff is useful or if it's just gonna like take up space. An alchemy pouch. Just a bone. Ooh, a spiked shield. That might be a good thing to equip. Cutting board. Why do I have a cutting board? Does it look like I'm gonna cut some cheese? I do love me a good cheese board though, I'll say that. Some rope. That could be useful at some point. Trap disarm toolkit. Ray of enfeeblement. Rotten berry ghost wedge. So 135 out of 200. What else could... Mind Flayer Parasite Specimen. I think maybe we keep that one with us. We don't need these letters. Oil of Accuracy. Drow Poison. I should probably just give some of this stuff to my teammates. I have an arm for some reason. Okay, just put it in this box. Rotten carrot. Of course we need that. A bucket. Shaft of a broken spear. I can't, can I not put it? Oh, wait. And what else? Malachite, rags. Rotten chicken eggs. Why do I have this stuff? Maybe I just need to toss this stuff. Or sell it or something. Can I sort? Let's sort by latest value. Weight type. Type is good. So of course we got all these weapons. I should really get rid of some of these repeats. Paladin oaths and their tenants. I probably need that. Stamped handbell. Water. Void bulb. Our rotting basket. Stuffed bear. A supply pack. Okay, here's hoping that that's enough to not make me encumbered. Yeah, I think that did it. Okay, let's go back out to the field. More bones. You know what? Maybe I'll I don't need the bones. Maybe I don't. What is this place? It seems like this followed from that bridge that I was not too long ago. Let's explore the end of the bridge, but I'm gonna say that maybe there's no need to actually... Oh, Karlach, do you have something to say?
Hey, we're still going after those paladins, right? Can't leave Zariel's bruisers roaming the coast.
Thank you for the alert, Jenny. And if I don't see you, have an excellent rest of your day. Okay, we're still going after those paladins. Wouldn't you rather just for... Well... Let me just simply ask. Maybe we don't need to go after them. What about that? What about the tadpoles?
Not really. I'd rather send Zariel a message to leave me the fuck alone.
Well, that's definitely a one-track mind right there. Sure. Fine. Let's go after them.
Can't wait to see him finished.
A hyena ear. You know what? I don't think I need that. Ooh, what's this stuff? Milk can? Now I'm encumbered again. Great. Can I maybe pass some of this stuff to my teammates? Yeah, I kind of just need to get rid of some of these repeat weapons, but I need to find the shop. That's the problem. Filters, equipment. Can I sort by type? Oh, they are sorted by type. Maybe give Karlach some of these weapons. I wonder if she has a bow, short bow. I have a crossbow. This is 1 to 6 damage. Seems like crossbows are actually a lot better than regular bows. Let me give one of these to Karlach. Does everyone else have a ranged weapon? Seems like Wyll doesn't have one. And it does seem like she does have one at least. Let me give Wyll one of those. Oh wait. I don't have any more of them. There we go. Now everybody has ranged attack options. I think maybe Shadowheart doesn't. A scimitar. Okay, I'll have to worry about this later. So currently I have a wooden shield. And this might actually be better. Nice. Frumpy hat. Should I wear the frumpy hat? No. And let's give this circlet to somebody else that may need it, maybe. Everyone has like pretty stuffed bags, that's the problem. Maybe Karlach could. Maybe I'll give it to Karlach. Okay. Morning Star. It looks like this is actually better than my... Oh, this is a piercing weapon, huh? Tenacity. When you miss an attack, you deal 3 bludgeoning damage anyways. So this is 4 to 9 versus this is 4 to 11. And piercing. Versus bludgeoning, of course. Warhammer. Well, actually, this one is even better. 4 to 13. There we go. I like that. Okay, now in terms of Shadowheart, she's got all this stuff already equipped. She has a mace, 2 to 7. But this one is slashing. Goblin scimitar. I don't think she needs that bottle. Just a random bottle. Okay. I really need to find a shop. Okay, and now she has her shield. And of course Wyll has like this fancy fencing sword. And let's see, Karlach. I doubt that she needs a shield. I think she's using a two-handed weapon, maybe. Yeah, two-handed great axe. Does actually Tamias have any sort of two-handed weapons that
So that's progress.
he can give? Let's give this one to Wyll, actually. I think we're good for now. Okay, let's go back to town and find a shop. And the game just saved, which means that maybe we're gonna come across a battle or something like that. A dead gnoll. I don't really want to pick up anything until we come across a shop.
What's that?
What is that?
I'm way too big.
Oh, it's like a hole?
I'm way too big.
Okay. Does that mean that somebody else can actually get in there? Probably our smallest member is Shadowheart. I might try that in a bit, but I know that we've got an encounter coming up very soon. What is all this?
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
What
I
is
need
it?
a shovel to dig this up.
Well, I have none of those. Okay, well let's go inside. Front door. I think this is the front door. Ha! It's blocked. Let's close the front door.
Yeah?
Oh, we got some extra dialogue options. How did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Okay. About those paladins you want us to confront.
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
Ah, okay, so this might actually make things a little bit easier. Well, okay. What's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I forgot the question. Okay. I think we're good. Let's try to go by this door. Get ready for the fight.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
Who to believe here? Should I? Let's continue with the dialogue. You'll need to convince me you're not who she says you are.
I'll tell you whatever you wish to know. Just let us live, please.
This is rich. They serve the archdevil Zariel. Biggest liar in all the realms. Seems her servants have picked up some of Mummy's tricks. Believe me, these sneaky fucks won't stop till they have me hog-tied at her feet.
It isn't true. Half of us are badly injured, the other half dead. I admit we ambushed you. An assignment from our god, Tyr. We thought you a devil, and with your flames you proved us right. But Tyr will not consign us to our death. He is merciful. Leave us, and we'll leave you.
I mean, he seems to be telling the truth thus far. I don't know. Is this gonna cost me a Karlach? That's the question. So I wonder if I can actually come back and do like a perception roll or something like that. That doesn't change anything. What if we just leave them in peace?
You can't possibly believe this shit. Go on if you want. But I can't.
That's right, Karlach. So now, as in the hells, I could see why her ladyship wants a murderous brute like you back.
Okay, so this actually opens up a few more dialogue options. Her ladyship Zariel. I thought you served Tyr. Actually, did I just catch you in a lie? Is this a hold it from Phoenix, right?
Enough! Enough! I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlach, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Okay, I think we know exactly what's happening here.
It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Okay, we are rolling. Give me just a second here. It seems like... Jeez, okay. I'm outmatched. You can always flee a fight you would rather avoid. Move far away from... Why am I outmatched? What's... It seems like it's only 2 people that I'm being challenged to here. I can't see anything. Also, I was about to say my camera seems to have gone bonkers. Is it... It seems to still be a little dizzy. Let's try again. As long as it gets past this particular point, then it can actually... Okay, I think it's fine, but let me know if that doesn't make sense. Yeah, so why exactly do I need to retreat? I think I'm fine. Okay, so first up is... Unfortunately, Timaeus can't go yet. Let's heal Wyll over here. Sacred Flame. Blessing of the Trickster. Cure Wounds. That's even more. Wyll is at 11. It might make sense to just use the Small one.
Take you.
Okay, nice. That's almost back to like where it needs to be. And I don't want to make her a frontliner. Give her some enough space.
Got to move.
Okay, nice. Now it's Will's turn. Let's go over here. Oh wait, that wasn't Will. Ah, that's annoying. Can I undo that? Okay, fine. I still have a bonus action though. You or an ally cannot be targeted until you harm a creature. You can still take damage from area spells though. Let's summon the spiritual weapon. Halberd. Darth Maul. Trident. Let's go with the Spectral Maul. Beautiful. I wish that I could summon a shield though. Nice, and I have a tool buddy now.
On the victor's path.
Okay, now it's Will's turn. I don't necessarily want to go in the front lines. He doesn't need to be in the front lines. So let's go ahead and do a powerful spell. Bolt of Lightning. I really like this one. %, 55%. Maybe let me get closer. And maybe try it from here. I really like that Witch's Bolt. Still 60%, but that's fine. Got him. Confirm. Oh, not enough resources action. I still got a bonus action though. Flourish. Possibly throw your enemy off balance. There's nothing to dip. I think we're fine. Let's end turn right there. Concentration broken? Wow. That was bad. Okay. That's enough of this nonsense. Backbreaker. Searing Smite. Maybe Fire Breath. Get everybody at the same time. Wait. What? What just happened? Oh, wonderful. I killed myself by doing that? Or at least I made myself prone. Very smart playing over here, by the way. In terms of our enemies, he's not as strong as he was before. Probably down to 2/3 of his health. Main hand attack. It's at a 60%. It's fire. Can I actually reach over here?
Incoming.
Okay, cool. Now let's try to see what she has. Reckless attack until you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. Let's do it. Ooh, nice. That seem like a good move, I think. I still have a bonus action. Your rage turns into a frenzy. You gain frenzied strike and rage throw. You can also make an improvised weapon attack as a bonus action. Or I can just shove him. I could always just shove him. Barbarian Rage. You have to attack an enemy. Okay. So I guess let's do it. But I don't have an attack. Oh, well. I'm pretty sure I already attacked him, so why... Okay, spiritual weapons turn now. Maul blow. Doesn't seem like it has too many other things. Concussive smash. Daze your target. And dismiss the summon. Let's do it. We might actually be able to take out one target all at once. Concussive smash. He's got a 9. Oh, let's just go for the standard. Oh, come on. Wow. Let's leave him right there. Gosh, okay. Well, I'm pretty much pooped over here. So I think Shadowheart needs to heal Tamias. Cure wounds. Where am I? Where is my corpse? Nice, okay. So now her action is gone, but she's still got a bonus action. Sanctuary cannot be targeted until you harm a creature. And maybe throw a potion? No, I think throwing is a main action, so I can't actually do that here. But maybe I can move out of the way. Okay. Wow. Well, I am dead. My turn. Why did I just get killed like that? He was definitely gunning for me. That's crazy. Okay. Provokes attack of opportunity. Alright, I'm just the maul right now. He's got 9 left. Let's see if I can actually just use the concussive smash. 60% chance of actually happening. We will see. Ooh, critical hit. And down he goes. Beautiful. So at the very least, we're gonna stick by here. Fire. Let's not go through fire. How about that? And now let's I don't want to get... I probably need to save Tamias. So let me select Karlach.
What's this?
And maybe lets me... Oh, she's... No, wait. Right, she needs to actually attack. I wonder if I can just throw a potion without wasting a... So, throw... potion to... Tamias downed. Can she actually help him though? Oh, she can actually just help him like that. Okay, cool. So let me go back to Timaeus.
Blood comes easy these days.
Let me see if I can actually heal myself. Heal yourself and all nearby allies for 8 points. That might not be good. Maybe let me just use a potion. I think that's probably the safest route here. Do I have better potions? Basic poison. I don't think I need a basic greater healing. Here we go. Okay, nice. And we still got some movement here. So we're gonna go after the target.
At the ready.
Very cool. So now we end turn. And flying weapon can probably go as close as possible. End turn.
Karlach, it's go time.
Let's go over here.
I've got it.
And can I do an attack with a frenzied strike? Oh, nice. Okay, I can do an attack with a bonus action. Nice. 55. 80. Frenzy strike on Cyrell. Karlach needs to 10 to hit. Karlach rolled a 1. What? Choose how to react. Reckless attack, cost free. Ooh, nice. Okay, so that is it for my turn. Okay, well, Timaeus is... Ooh, beautiful. It is my turn, and I'm covered in acid. It is my turn, and I am covered in acid. Let's see. We need something strong. Something strong Kong, as they say. 94. Let's take her down, sea bass. Ooh. Okay, and I still have a bonus action. Enrage, pick up an item or a creature and throw it at a target, dealing additional damage. What else do we have over here? Enrage, improvised melee weapon, shove. I could shove her, I guess. Might make her prone. Not enough resources. And I've still got a main attack action, I guess. No, I don't. But I do have movement. So let's end there. And spiritual weapon, if you don't mind, with the final blow. I don't think it can get all the way over there. Or yes? Why would it need to fly? Okay. Not enough movement. I guess it's gonna have to stay there. Bonus action. Won't be able to reach. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave it at that.
Let's end this.
Shadowheart, can you please heal everybody? Let's go. I don't want to step on acid. Let's go all the way over here. Cool. And let's see if I have any sort of spells that'll heal us. Sacred Flame. Guidance. Disguise Self. Cure Wounds. Help. Disengage. Hide. I can certainly try and cure wounds again. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we will be able to dissipate the acid until we actually... Nice. Okay, and we're gonna stay right there. I still have a bonus action. But I don't think we need that right now.
Still breathing. Despite everything.
Despite everything, indeed. Main hand attack, it's at 80%. Should be easy enough. Okay.
Fuck them. Fuck Valerie.
Language.
Won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Yeah, let's okay. Let's be a bit more reassuring here. Zariel won't get near you again. We'll make sure of that.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Okay. So, we can loot all these folks. He's made it. It looks like she's opening up a bunch of things. Is that what she's doing? She's just going around doing silly things. Oh, I see. She's... What is she doing? What is even happening here? I can't see a thing. What it... Okay. Maybe we need to step out of this place. I feel like she's gonna make the whole thing burned. I'm out. Where's Wyll, by the way? Oh. Huh. When did he pass?
That ought to do it.
Come on, Wyll. What is happening here? Where's Wyll? This is silly. This whole thing is silly. Okay, I'm going to bring him back to life. Lay on hands. I didn't even realize that he like went down. Divine favor. Where's my lesser healing, greater healing. Cure wounds. So I forget, in this game, you can just heal people and they'll come back. You don't need like a phoenix down, right? I think that's how that works. Let's go with lesser. Not Tamias. Where is Wyll? Target cannot be an inanimate entity. Okay, well that's not gonna do it then. What am I looking? I'm pretty sure that I had something to actually help me revive somebody. Compel Duel, Shield of Faith. Scroll of Reviv. Yeah, this'll do it. Target is blocked. Maybe I just need to move out of the way. Karlach, my dear. Why is he blocked? Do I just need to shove him or something? Okay, we got him back. Thank goodness for that. Can you not go in that house? It seems like it's on fire and or acid. Karlach, I think we need to chat.
Felt good letting off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire lasted a little longer than it should.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. How could you withstand the heat?
Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
Okay, well, point noted. Every time you are on fire, don't get close. You have a mechanic for your heart?
Wild, right? And believe it or not, I'm one of Zariel's least mutilated pets. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him.
Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that we would end up needing a mechanic in a fantasy setting, but anything to keep you cool. Okay. Let's see. I guess we did see some tieflings at some point. There are some tieflings holed up in a druid's grove nearby. We might look there.
Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Now, I can't imagine that it just so happens that the one set of tieflings that we found way over there are just happen to be the ones that we're looking for, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. I think we need to go back to camp because we're gonna die soon. So we were at the Risen Road. Let's go to camp. I think we need a chat. I think we need to just cool our jets, slow down, think about what just happened. Wyll is like almost dead.
Hey,
So, how did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city, with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. But to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
That's pretty intense. So somebody betrayed you and somehow you got a mechanical heart. Let's see. You mentioned the boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh. To feel so invincible again.
Ah, Karlach, you have my heart. So, what does that infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
So if you like eat a really good pizza, let's say like Hawaiian, she's like, yum, that is, and then all of a sudden, just, sorry, got a message here. Just some IRL duties are on call. Okay, let's see. You must be. Okay, that's a bit too forward, I think. What's that been like?
Agonizing. Gods, what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat, anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly. Ah well, can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least.
No, I guess not. Well, thank you for sharing, Karlach.
What can I do you for?
I guess let's ask. I think the answer here is that she's looking for an engineer, these tiefling people, to actually help her out with her mechanical heart. But let me just go ahead and confirm this. Now that those paladins are out of the way, what's next on your agenda?
First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
Well, I don't actually know about that, but sure, let's yeah, we'll find them. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
You know, I have actually no idea what my guy was supposed to be doing, but let's go with I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
You know, flattery is gonna get you everywhere, right? It's a you're all right, Karlach. I likes you. All right. What about everyone else?
You again.
Whoa, what was that about? Okay. Okay, let's see if anybody else I mean, let's just talk for the people that we've just been partying up with.
Karlach's temper is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
I don't disagree.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious.
Well, no, I think the obvious is probably where we stand here. How about you, Wyll? Where are you? I mean, yeah, Wyll. Gale, we'll catch up in a minute.
Karlach's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
It seems like he's done with his enmity against her. So let's take a rest here. Actually, before I do that, let me drop some stuff in a box. Again, we do just have a bunch of junk everywhere. Let's see. Traveler's chest. So stuff I don't need, like 80 bows. There you go. And we got an ad coming in about 3 minutes. So many javelins. I think that's good for now. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a rest.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Whoa, what the?
Wyll, you've been naughty.
Who is
and you
this?
know what happens when you're naughty.
God damn it. Anyone but her.
Why would I say? Just who in the 9 hells are you?
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
Oh, I think this is what he was talking about earlier, right?
We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
Oof.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Ah, she got him on a technicality. We're gonna defend. You better not lay a damned finger on Karlach.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx.
So everyone but Asterion approves.
Pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Oh, and it seems like I can't.
The fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Oh no. What? He's a tiefling? Sorry, and I'll stop the game when the ads start.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
I'll probably take a quick break too.
Promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
What a twist.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine.
I can't pause it. Okay.
Oh, and Wyll, don't forget.
Ah.
The pact still stands. Ta-ta.
So we'll hold right there. I'm going to go on a quick break. We will be right back in 6-7 minutes or so with the Ales and Fails stream. Let me go and let's go with slow burn. So welcome back everyone. Thank you very much for holding out for my quick bio break over there. Welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the world's least interesting man. And so for our final drink of the day, I thought to continue going with the refreshing options here. And I saw this and I knew that I had to have it. This is from our friends at Schilling Cider House. So this is a cider. This is their Excelsior Imperial Apple Pie. And as you can see, the logo of this particular cidery is a giraffe with a space helmet on. And it seems that it's exploring the outer space, but space just happens to be red. So kind of like a kooky comic style, like can artwork with some planets there. It's kind of funky looking, not very realistic, but certainly very creative, and I do enjoy that, the reds and the yellows, very warm colors, and it makes sense because this is an apple pie cider. So what exactly is a cider, you might be asking yourself? Well, a cider is not a beer, first of all, so I guess this is the wrong stream to discuss it, but we're going to talk about it anyways. So rather than use malts, rather than use barley or wheat or anything like that, what you actually start out with is apples. And you don't need to boil the apples, you simply need apple puree in order to actually make a cider. So you get the puree and then you let it ferment. And very similar to beer, it undergoes fermentation. You get some delicious alcohol and something refreshing, something sweet. There's of course dry ciders, which are a little less on the sugar content. And of course there's a world of just like fruit ciders, where the base is still apple, but you can add other things like mango, like peaches, definitely different types of berries, pineapples, and of course my favorite type of cider, which is the pear cider. Now this is an Imperial cider, which means that it's got a little bit more alcohol kick than it generally would. This is an 8.4%, and generally, if you're talking about anything Imperial, it has to be a little bit higher than 8%. So this actually fits the bill quite nicely. But those are my thoughts on it. Let's actually go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on the matter over here. Let's go to this side. So 8.4% alcohol by volume. It's an herbed, spiced, hopped cider, which means that this cider actually includes hops, which is not true of every cider. So, an Imperial heirloom apple cider with dessert apples and fall apple pie spices. I'm assuming that it's probably got some cinnamon on it simply because it's an apple pie. And you can't have apple pie without cinnamon. Maybe some clove, cardamom, I don't know. But yeah, it looks like a feast for thine palate. Let's actually go ahead and taste this thing. Yeah, and generally I like to end stream by having a stout, but today I was just like, I think we have enough stouts every other time. I think let's end with something a little more approachable. And ciders are generally approachable by the public at large, I want to say. So, ciders aren't necessarily the cleanest. As you can see, this is largely unfiltered. You can't see through it, and if anything, it actually looks like it's like apple juice. It's got very strong apple notes, very fresh apple notes right there. And definitely some very strong cinnamon notes. Familiar viewer. Very thick. I want to say a 4.5 out of 5 in terms of body composition. As thick as a stout. Strongly sweet, but not off-putting. Creamy. Some notes of vanilla are there as well. You definitely get a little sense of like a pie crust. Something, a little bit of a toast there as well. No real sense of like hops necessarily, but there's a little bit of steeliness, a little bit of dryness towards the end. Don't get me wrong, it is actually very strongly sweet and very similar to an apple pie, but it finishes and it closes it up, and I think that that's dry hop finish. So yeah, this is wonderful, and it hides its alcohol well. I'm gonna say that for anything that's Imperial, generally one of the things that hits you first is just the punch of alcohol, but this hides it well, and it must be just this very thick apple cider body. So this is wonderful. I really love it. Let's go ahead and give this a rating. I am a bit of a simpleton when it comes to ciders. As long as they're like sweet and tasty, I kind of give them high ratings, and today is no exception at 375. Excelsior! But with that, let's go back to our game, shall we? So we just had this crazy event where somebody decided to turn a Wyll into a tiefling, which, what? And also, I guess we're gonna have to deal with this now. Anybody confused by this? Is anybody... Can we do something for you? Not that I don't like the horns, they're nice, but yeah, maybe not the look I want you to have for the rest of the party, for the rest of the adventure.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Wyll was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Okay, well, let's talk a bit more about this. The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
And I think this is probably one of those duality things when it comes to like warlocks, right? Just because even though they themselves may be good warlocks, they still have a pact with some sort of demon, and most of the time they tend to be evil. I know that there's a difference between like demons and devils. Like demons are supposed to be more like wild and chaotic versus devils that are actually evil, but I don't know my warlock mythology as well as most, I want to say. So, what are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Well, it seems like he's happy with the pact. So what's the deal here? Can we get Mizora in the party?
Well,
I didn't say that. I don't know that he needs to get out of the pact. This is a weird thing to say. I don't think tieflings are necessarily devils. Well, is he a tiefling or... I don't wanna... Let's see what he says if we say you should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Let's see. Let's be strategic here. There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
Well, what if we take her out? It doesn't really qualify as you taking her out, right? Let's be funny here. We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
All right. Well, I think a lot of crazy things have happened tonight. But what do you think about all this, Lae'zel?
The blade of frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The blade's sting is real.
Indeed. It's definitely burned him. Let's leave it at that. Asterion.
So, Wyll did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
Well, that's certainly one way to look at this. But I disapprove, Asterion. I disapprove. Karlach.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way, Karlach. Maybe this will actually help bury the hatchet between between you two. He's a good man. Maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
You know, it's kind of funny. We've gone from, like, he wants to kill her all the way to, like, actually, he's the best guy out there, actually. Number one, Wyll.
Hey,
you and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
we were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. She favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Wow, okay. Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Let's change the subject. Alright, Karlach. Well, at the very least, it seems like these two have buried the hatchet, so... Not a bad outcome, all things considered.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
You know what? I think it is time to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Everything. But how am I holding up in your estimations?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
I knew she was gonna say that. That's why I procced it. Wow. Did that can just move by itself? That was weird. Okay, Shadowheart. One of my favoriteest allies. I gotta say, I kind of like everybody. What's in here? Oh, nothing. It's just a trunk. Let's put some rotten eggs in there. Why? Because. What is this? Bloodstone. Can I examine? Anyone can squeeze blood from a stone if the edges are sharp enough. I guess that makes sense. You know what I don't need? Probably a loot, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. Show you up. Some water. A milk can. Like I said, I really need to just find a town and just sell some stuff. But you know, I think this is good for now. Let's go ahead and take a nap. Quickly running out of canned supplies here. I wonder what the trophy is about. Is it taking too many naps? Is that what that is? Oh hey, it's what's his name? Scratch. I wonder if I can rename him. Of course we gotta pet the boy. Who's a good boy? Who is better than this guy over that guy over there? Okay, I think. Why would we attack him? That's. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get out of here. I think we're keeping Karlach. I guess let's keep Wyll as well. I think the current party is who we need to use. So let's get out of here. Fun. And so we're still here at the Risen Road. Just a second here, folks. Okay, so everyone is at full health. What I really want to do is actually explore this area and not get burned by acid, and maybe loot some corpses. What is Traveler's Guide to the Short Coast, the Risen Road. The stained, well-thumbed page is filled with traveling advice that seems to be decades out of date. Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road. Running parallel to the river Kionthar, the Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate, and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail the Kionthar. A portion of the road, approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate, has in recent years developed into an enclave for Saloon worship, with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple, and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Farther east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folk alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll, however bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. Okay, well, good to know. I don't think I need it. Pick up. Ooh, gold. We do love golds. Why are you in acid? Okay, an ink pot. Probably don't need... I'm gonna start being a bit more selective about the things that we pick up here, because this is just way too much. Great, I got a cauldron, everyone. Some fruits. We do love our apples, now that we're drinking some apple cider anyways. Okay. I felt like I was about to cough, so I was just about to hit the mic button. Don't tell me that every single one of these is openable. Why am I standing on crates? What is this, Sessler's soapbox? I like crossbow. Another one. So that doesn't seem to be that much around here. You know, this could be a cool home base if we just, you know, decorated it just a bit. You know what, you know what, this seems a bit saucy. I think we're good. I think we're fine. Yeah. Saucy. Don't need the ladder. Some water. Take that water with us.
Let's have a look.
And we got ads in about 30 seconds or so. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna just start taking things that are immediately, that make sense. Like weapons are probably useful, and if not, they can be sold. Oh, of course, and I am encumbered once again. I'm going to... Maybe I can give some stuff to Karlach or Wyll. Let me see. Here, Lae'zel might need one. It's funny, I didn't know that you could actually give things to people that weren't in the party. Just a random fishing pole. Add to wares. Sent to camp. And I'm starting to think that these camp supplies are not really things that I need to carry with me. It seems like I can only go to camp at camp. Gosh, I'm still encumbered. Ooh. Okay. So multi-select. Wait. So it seems like we can actually sort camp supplies and just send them to camp. I don't think we're actually going to make use of them here out in the wild anyways. So this is actually a good idea. Can I... There we go. And send this one to camp too. Cool. Okay, now nobody has camp supplies. Maybe this frees us from some encumbrance over here. Okay. I think we've inspected everything. There might be a couple more things that we missed here. Did we already loot these guys? No, of course. Do I really want that? Just random hyena ears. What about these boxes? A rib cage, a wooden crate. Wyll encumbered Tamias. Wooden trunk. Can we open it? Okay, so some veggies. Some wood. Nothing really of interest here. I do wish that there was like a run button though. When I am not encumbered at least. Let's go inside one more time and do a final check here. I do think that I need to go back to town and sell some stuff. And there's... Did I even check these guys? Yeah, so let's take all this stuff. And of course I am immediately encumbered. What is this?
Ugh. That corpse is riper than a Manaurus bog.
What is this place? I didn't realize that this place had like a basement. Well, some gold is good. Should I just examine this? Its edges are charred and stained with a liquid of suspicious origin. Okay, well that's fine. Let's get some money though. Ooh. Can we just force it open? Does shove mean that we can actually push it open? No. But what other actions do we have here? You know what, I don't think we can actually do like a... Open crate, messily filled with rags and clothing. Let's see what is inside. Nothing of interest. Wooden barrel. Wooden crate. Don't make me search for no reason. Ooh, some toxins. Potion of glorious Volton. Volton, why did I say it that way? Hey everyone, let's go Volton, why don't we? So many things here. So another shield. I gotta take it. I gots to take the equipment. Rags, no. Ooh, some carrots. Nice. And none of this stuff really is useful to us. Okay, this last corner over here. I'm glad that they put everything in like 3 corners. It actually allows us to do 3 large area checks. A scimitar, sure. Okay, I think we're good. Let me send some of this stuff back. I'm kind of surprised that we can't try to push this door open though. Open locked, attack with a main hand. Sure, let's try this. Maybe let's try with Karlach.
Come on, let's go.
Let's see, can I just attack? Some objects are unusually strong. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, fine. Let's go back to Timmy.
Let's move.
And let me send back some of these items. No, don't equip it. Cool. So we send those back to camp. And then I want to send some more of these weapons. I'm gonna just go ahead and send like all the weapons that I don't have equipped. How about that? Equipment, potions, scrolls. What are throwables? Weapons. So yeah, I've got a bunch of like extra weapons. Let's see if I can give these guys some of these first. Ooh, this is a sword of justice. I better keep that one around. But maybe some of these, I definitely don't need to have like so many long swords lying around. I'll probably go through some of this stuff when I am doing offline. Let's go ahead and send all the bows back. Definitely don't need this much. Actually, let's give Shadowheart one of these. What is that? A staff. Fun. Okay, let's send them to camp. Cool. So that should make me sufficiently unencumbered. No, I'm still... Okay, whatever. Let's go back up. Let's see. Sorry about that, folks. Just checking on some real life stuff over here. Okay, let's keep going. And I don't want to step on the acid. Is there anything behind these ornate wooden hatch, door, and there's... What about the other dudes? Trin. I thought there was like a third person in here, but... Get that pair. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much to Katie and beyond. Welcome on in. Also, how did you find this stream? And actually, let me, where are my manners? Thank you very much for, the raid there. And let me go ahead and shout you out. I was just looking for small streamers. Well, you know, if that's what your goal was, you couldn't have found a smaller streamer. Because, trust me, I'm at the bottom of that barrel. But thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And let's see, you were also playing Baldur's Gate 3. I can only assume that you were much farther ahead. I'm actually we just literally met Karlach like 2 hours ago, and we're just like doing some of her quests. But once again, thank you so much to Katie and beyond, everyone watching out there, except for you stinky bots. Please give her a follow. Clearly, a streamer of great renown. Let's see. Do I need to talk to any of these guys? No, probably not. Burlap sack. Nothing here, really. What about this one? Some destitute clothes.
Might be useful.
Sure, I'll take the hammer just in case I decide to become a carpenter. Some rags, don't need those. Will heavily encumber Timaeus. A flail, sure, take that. And a wooden crate. Well, let's check out what's inside. Morning Star. Some armor. Yeah, Timaeus is moving like a snail over here. We'll exceed Timaeus's. Let me see if I can dump some more stuff into camp. As if I don't already have enough here. Let's go with equipment. I'm sure that I can just send some of this stuff away. Everything, just send it all away. Give me slightly less troubles. Got so much clothing on me. It's ridiculous. Okay, send all of this stuff to the Shadow Realm. Okay. Okay, so maybe that makes us a little less... Okay, great. I'm back to being normal. And I guess one thing that I completely failed to do, for anybody that's still stuck around from the raid, once again, apologies for... I was very surprised by the fact that I got raided in the first place, so let me quickly go through intermission here. I'm Alewolf. Most people call me Ales. I'm a variety / retro streamer. I do have a corgi, as you can see right over here. His name is Churro, and he sleeps most of the time. I generally run persistent campaigns. This is my first run of Baldur's Gate. And on Thursdays I do retro. I'm currently running Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I also do enjoy just chatting about ales and ciders, and today I happen to be enjoying an apple cider, so to your health. But with that, let's go back to our game. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Okay. Let's check out the map. Can I actually just quickly teleport somewhere? I might actually just want to go back to the Emerald Grove and sell some stuff, but maybe not now. Let's see what's over yonder. Let's keep going down the path, see if we can find some fun adventures. I want to say I'm probably gonna go for like 10 more minutes or so.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
Okay, it seems like those hyenas might be the cause of this situation. And I don't really want to face them right now. Reason for that is I don't want to end stream in the middle of a battle. Let's find a higher road over here. Let's take the higher path. We'll come back to this. Oh, it looks like somebody's burning over here. Dead hyena. I really don't need ears. I gotta tell you, I think I've got enough of them. Maybe let's go this way. Ooh, what's happening? Some autumn crocus and autosave successful. Very nice. That doesn't seem safe.
That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
Well, let's check it out. Can we actually do something about the symbol?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
That's very kind of you to say, Shadowheart. You remain my favorite friendo in this journey. I don't think we need to talk about any of this right now, but please stick close by. And I think those guys are mining. It seems like they're mining.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Oh, we got some help.
Fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
But he had a good idea, I think. Okay, so we got some gnolls on us. Ouch. This is no good, like Sonic says. This is no good. Okay, it seems like there's quite a number of gnolls around here. It might have been a good idea to have that autosave happen just then, because clearly we are in a bit of trouble here.
Aye, aye.
Okay, let's do a powerful attack here. Frenzy. Reckless attack. Thaumaturgy. Cleave. Let's go for something awesome. Reckless attack. And I'm 85, jeez. Okay, it's definitely gonna take a while. Let us fight. Ooh, nice. And let's pick a bonus action here. Let's go into a frenzy. Wait till you see me turn into a Super Saiyan 3. And I think we're good in terms of moves.
Got to concentrate.
Can we not go into the poop, maybe? Let's go over here. Not enough movement. I think we can go as far as here. And let's call up our flying weapon. Oh, I can actually do something more. Firebolt. Oh, 35%. Doesn't seem like it's worth it. Do I have a ranged attack, maybe? No, I don't think. I'd probably fail to equip that bow. Sacred Flame, though. 50% high defense. You know what? Doesn't necessarily seem worth it either. Guidance, resist. Cure wounds, disguise self, turn undead. Pass without trace. Honestly, let's go ahead and just invoke that weapon. And let's go with a spear this time. Beautiful. Let's put it... Beautiful. And I think, well, we still have an action. Let me see if I can do a helpful spell. Resistance makes a target more resistant to spell effects. The next attack roll against this target has advantage. I don't think really any of those are worthwhile right now. Can I do another move? Okay, cool. Maybe let's go over here to higher ground, and maybe we can attack. Well, no. We're kind of a melee fighter anyways. Not quite the front lines, but front lines enough.
The blade will not bend.
I don't want to pass through acid.
Finding my way.
And then over here, you know what, we can probably do our magics from this side. Let's go with the Witch's Bolt. 50%, huh? I don't know, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Prevents targets from using reaction, huh? That could be cool. Maybe just a range attack. No, I think I want to go with the Witch's Bolt. It might start causing additional damage over time. Oh, wow. Wow. Ah, that is crazy. You know what? I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to call it here, though. I think that is it for this. Unfortunately, it is my Cinderella time. Let's go back to intermission. So, for the third time in a row, we're gonna have to leave Baldur's Gate in the middle of the battle, which is exactly what I did not want to do, because it doesn't let me like go through equipment. I'm gonna have to figure something out, because this is wild. Anyways, thank you very much for everyone that decided to pop in. I really appreciate your time. Definitely thank you so much to Katie and Beyond for the very generous raid. It is always nice to meet somebody who is just willing to share their community with somebody that they don't necessarily know. So I really appreciate that. I am very sorry that you guys happened to catch us like right at the end of our stream, but you know, unfortunately I can't control this one. I'm going to find a raid target here, simply because I do want to share my community with another group of folks. Let me see who is streaming right now. We could go with... Why isn't Twitch showing me the people? Okay, let's go... You know what, let's go with our friend Hispanic at the Disco, who happens to be streaming Another's Crab's Treasure. So let's go see Disco. He's a really cool guy, very fun streamer. I'm sure that if you like just like nice chats with a streamer who is very thoughtful, you can't go wrong with Hispanic at the Disco. So kindly say hello to him. He's a really cool fellow and a friend of the stream. But yeah, let me see if I can just go ahead and do that. Yeah, so with that, stay thirsty, Alpac. We'll see you again next week.